Maybe by the pool, and that is where we might be spending some time as those temps rise. So we have Jennifer Russo with us from the market.
Yes.
And first we have to address Cooper. Your son Cooper has his first playoff game today. So knock him dead, Coop.
Thank you so much. He's so excited. He goes, Mom, would they possibly say? I'm like, well,
yes,
we'll see.
His team do well too.
Yes, yeah. But
go
you know,
Coop.
Yeah, the whole
okay,
team.
so let's talk about this poolside place.
So the great thing about, I love summer food. It's my favorite, just because it's so fresh. The flavors are so great. So I love a great heirloom tomato salad with a little bit of watermelon. We put a little feta cheese on there, hit it with some olive oil. Done.
Easy.
You know, so I like to, but I like everything to kind of show what it is. I like the food to speak for itself.
Right.
So you just take that watermelon. It's perfect, even if you have some leftover from, you know, barbecue, and what do I do with it? So here's a little of that. Use a couple of those pieces there. And then, you know, you find these all over now. Trader Joe's, Costco, any grocery store. All these beautiful, different colored heirloom tomatoes.
So pretty.
I know, it's gorgeous.
Do the colors taste different?
You know what? They do a little bit because they're all different breeds of them, because the different seeds, you know, you have the seeds and they're all different depending on what's in the earth. So, but they all do. They a little bit, some are a little bit more sweeter, some has a little bit more tartness, but they're all so good. And you pull that together like so. Give it a quick little mix. And
just
then
amongst itself,
just mix
really.
it up. Just let it do its thing. Now the marinating of the sweetness of the watermelon and the tomatoes come together. We just have a little pre-made dressing of sherry vinegar.
Oh, yeah.
Sherry vinegar, olive oil. Easy enough. And then you can add a little garlic if you like garlic, little shallots. I like some great coarse salt, fresh cracked pepper, because that little bite is going to add beautifully with the sweetness. And then take some basil. A lot of people grow basil this time of year in their garden. Rip it, just give it a pull. Because the thing about basil, once you start cutting it, it starts to bruise. So that's where if it sits for a long time, it gets dark. So I like to give it a little rip, and I like the rustic look. A little parsley, like so. Pop it in your bowl.
And this can hang out by the pool for a while too.
Perfect. Yeah. It's beautiful. And then you just hit it with a little, whatever cheese you like. I mean, mozzarella, Parmesan. I do a little feta on this. And if you like balsamic, you can do a little drizzle.
Oh, that looks so
good. You know, and then it's done. And beautiful on a big platter too. Yeah. And then people can just pick at it throughout the day. The only thing that I would keep everything in the shade, just because of the heat. And, you know, little flies, you want to keep those away. But we've also learned some tips about keeping flies away. You take a bag of water with pennies in it, and it keeps the bugs away. So we'll see if that works. I know.
We just set that out. Okay, I want to talk real quick because you do have the meat,
Here's
the
other
cheese.
things. I love charcuterie. I love nosh boards. Yet again, you can make it ahead of time. You can enjoy your guests. You don't have to worry about it being in the kitchen.
Just present it.
So yeah, we just have some dried meats here, some different prosciuttos, Parmesan, or excuse me, and soppressata there. Any kind of red vegetables that you just give it a light roast. Perfect outside.
And then what about when you're selecting your cheese?
The cheese is another thing. That's maybe something you want to bring out a little bit later because of how hot it is. But have it all ready to go on the board, and you bring it out during that time.
Like a hard, a soft. Because you know what? I choose by name. I'm like, oh, the drunken cow. Let's take that one.
Well, that's also
I love a blueberry one.
Perfect. I like a hard cheese, a triple cream or the soft cheese, and maybe even one of the stinky, bring in one of the blues. So then you have the well-rounded, and you make all your guests happy.
Awesome.
I know.
And then I want to talk about this.
Okay, so then if we're doing a little barbecuing. So we have our temporary beans there, which are local to the Southwest. A little barbecue sauce on there. Pancetta wrapped shrimp. You can do those ahead of time. Pop them on the grill. Put them on the beans, and then that's a great little entree to serve.
What's that sauce you have?
This is aioli. Aioli is our homemade mayonnaise. We add a little bit of herbs, lemon, garlic to it, give it a little extra flavor.
And then your famous
And then our house-made chips. And those can stay out all day, ready to go. And then the nice thing about this is that you just finish it off when you're done with like a little, you know, I love myself a little zest. And then yet again, a little fun flavored salt. This has a little smoke to it to kind of go with the barbecue.
I guess I should have a bite of that salad.
Oh, please do.
Come on. Well, how did I miss this? What was I thinking? Silly
And
Jamers.
this will be featured on Restaurant Week because we're starting to show off some of our summer summer foods. It did start last night.
How was it?
It was great. So we have the tomato salad on there. We also have the shrimp on there, and some fun, wonderful entrees. We have a seafood risotto, lamb chops, and then some of our classics that we always do, our gnocchi, and so it's been a great night so far. So far, first day of a full long week.
Just keep talking so I can keep eating.
Oh my God, I can talk about myself all day.
No. Thank you so much, and always great to see you.
You too. Thank you for having me.
We'll be right back.